Hey, what's going on, y'all? So check it out. Today we doing a traditional New Year's Day dinner. Now I got some pigtails. That's gonna be for not only our black eyed peas, but also our cabbage. And of course we got our bell pepper, celery, and onion. And we gonna get this stuff started, y'all. We gonna get it started. So I hope y'all enjoy. But anyway, let's get into it. So of course, first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna start off by taking our pot and getting some water in. Now we're gonna fill our pot probably about, I would say about halfway full. Then we're gonna add our pigtail. Now I'm gonna use the smaller pigtail that we got for them black eyed peas, and I'll use this larger one for our cabbage. So we're gonna get this water on started. Gonna get it on high. Bring it up to a boil. But while it's coming up, we're gonna go ahead and get our pigtail in. Get our pigtail in this water. Now, of course, anytime you're in the kitchen, you need to make sure that you're washing them hands real good, because you want to keep everything clean and nice. So go ahead and get them hands washed up right quick. And now we're going to go ahead and chop up our veg out. So first thing, we're going to get us a whole big onion. See, this is pretty nice size onion. You can see from the size of my hand. Pretty nice size onion. And we're going to get it diced up. And what I usually do, I just go ahead. Let's see. Can't get that camera angle a little bit better. Yeah. So what I do, I usually just go ahead, take my onion, cut off both ends. Come right here. Hit up on that skin. And then just go ahead and get rid of all that little trash. Go ahead and get my onion, slice them in half. Now, because we using this for greens and black eyed peas, we don't have to go crazy with the dice and all that. What I like to do, I just hit it, bop, 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 about 3 good times, bop, bop, bop. There. And that's enough onions for them black eyed peas right there. We're going to use this other half of the onions for the greens. And of course, we're gonna get our bell pepper, and like you see, I usually just cut around, and get that on out like that. Yeah, I just take it, cut it in strips. You know, this ain't like them jalapenos or those other peppers where you worried about them seeds being hot on you. These just bell peppers, y'all. So we just gonna cut these bell peppers up and get them diced up. Not no big deal, you know. They going into a pot. You're not making sauce or something like that, you know. So don't be so concerned about how your cut is on it. Just cut it on up, y'all. That's all. Just cut it on up. So now we got to grab that celery. And what I'm going to do is about 2 stalks of celery for each pot. Cut off them tops. Cut off them bottoms. Get that on in the trash. Then I'm gonna take the bigger one, stack it on top of the smaller one. And just dice it on up, y'all. And that there is enough for our black eyed peas. We're going to get all that veg in there. So now we might as well go ahead and prepare our veg for our greens. Same thing, rough little chop on that onion. We only got our celery rinsed off. Chop those ends off. Chop the other end off. But you can really use these ends. Just a lot of times I end up chopping them off. And because one is not really as that much bigger than the other, we just gonna go ahead and chop this up. Once we get that chopped up, ain't nothing left but that bell pepper, y'all. Make sure you get rid of that sticker. Same thing with that bell pepper. I'm trying not to get a lot of seed, but if I get a little seed, I ain't mad about it. And we're gonna go ahead and get them bell peppers sliced straight down. Turn it all the way around the same way. This one here want to be difficulty. That's all right. Because we ain't looking for a great chop. We just looking for a rough one. Going in the pot chop, it ain't going in the sauce. If we was going in the sauce, I'd be more worried about how it's chopped up instead of just getting it chopped up. Or even spaghetti. Shit. But anyway, after we get that chopped up, we're going to get some water into this pot right here. Because that's going to be the pot for our cabbage out. And of course, today is New Year's, so I had to have my Busch beer. Go ahead and get these bell peppers and everything back in the fridge. And as you can see, that pot there is rolling and getting it in, y'all. It's getting it in. So now we're going to get this pot rolling and getting it in. And it's a little chilly in the house, so hey, this boiling water definitely going to warm the house up, y'all. I'm just wondering, do I really want to do this whole pigtail? I ain't got nothing to cut it with, so I guess I'm going to have to. All right. Of course, the easiest way to do things is always going to be go ahead and clean up while you're messing up. Now I got our black eyed peas and soak mode. Now, with your black eyed peas, you really don't have to soak them overnight. They don't need that much soaking. You know, a good hour or so. You good, y'all. You good. I see my queenie, she tripping. I don't know what she tripping off of. Go ahead and give this a quick stir. So yeah. So as we get that pot boiling, we're gonna get our pigtail in that pot. Really, we can go ahead and get this pigtail in now, to be honest with you. And that's a nice sized pigtail right there, y'all. Look at that pigtail. Oh my goodness. Cause it's simmering pretty good. It ain't at a rough boil, but it's simmering. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. For the last couple of days, been a couple of hard ones. Uh, our granny passed, my wife, granny to be specific. My granny passed back in 2000. what, 5, I think, 5 or 4. It was one of them, but yeah, they both live long lives, so definitely can't knock them on that trip. She was 94. My granny, she was 92 or 3 or something like that. She was 92 or 3. So they both got to live and walk on this earth for a long time. And I'm sure they enjoyed themselves. But anyway, let's go ahead and get these onions, celery, and bell peppers in the pot for our cabbage, y'all. So now we'll get this cabbage on this cutting board. We're going to have to pull out the other cutting board for our meat. Because you don't want your meat and your veggies on the same cutting board, y'all. You really don't. Because I'm thinking maybe barbecue chicken and probably a couple of pork steaks. We got to get these beans going first, though, because, you know, they're going to take a minute to cook, y'all. They're going to take a minute. Well, black eyed peas, actually, but they still going to take a minute to cook, y'all. Going to take a minute to cook. These black eyed peas going to take the longest. Cabbage ain't going to take that long. It's all about how tender you like your cabbage. Some people say mushy cabbage ain't good. I'm like my cabbage softer, on that softer side. Some people like their cabbage a little crunchy. Nah, I ain't with that me myself, but hey, if that's how you like it, that's how you like it. And of course, when you got it boiling this hard, you want to make sure you keep testing that water. You know, because you don't want the bottom of anything to get scorched. Because it will. Even though water's there, that don't mean anything. And if this pigtail don't go ahead and move, ain't gonna do right. It's too long, y'all. Too long. Some of this stuff just be tripping me out. I don't see how. Everything look like it's coming along good. Ooh, look at that belly sticking out. Oh my goodness. My belly getting a little big, yeah. Oh well. That's okay. It's winter time. Oh yeah. Sometimes it's just about watching pots boil. You know, just is what it is, y'all. It is what it is. Now that we got them pigtails, that pigtail started, we gonna go ahead and get them black eyed peas in, y'all. And all this should come together about the same time. Now, as far as our cabbage over here, we gotta let that tail cook for a minute. Now, at this point, what I like to do, I like to lightly season everything. So I'm gonna get a little salt. Hit it with a couple of pinches of salt. Some pepper. Got a little minced garlic right here. One nice tablespoon. And we're going to leave that seasoning right there as it is. And let it do what it do, yeah. Let it do what it do. And of course, once we get our black eyed peas in here, we're going to go ahead and get this to a medium low consistency. Gonna go ahead and get our lid on, and we're gonna let that do what it do. Let it do what it do, y'all. And in an hour or two, you're gonna be amazed at how good them black eyed peas gonna be looking. Now, as far as our chicken, we got us some leg quarter. my belly out the shot. My belly study in the shot. Big belly Mario. Get that pot a good start. This one here I don't have to worry about too much. But I do want to go ahead and get a little garlic up in there. Now I'm only adding a tablespoon. You add more than that, depending on how big of a garlic clove you is. I'm going ahead and lightly seasoning this pot for this cabbage. That's just gonna make it better, greater, better. How you put it? Better, greater, better. No. Hell, I can't think of it. Better later. There you go. Better later. A little bit of pepper. Because we got to bring that up with some seasoning on it, y'all. You don't want to just have it up. Ain't no seasoning on it. Now, as far as this chicken, what we want to do, let's see if we need to cut out any fat. Get some of these old, I don't know what it is. I guess them guts or something. Get those out the way. You know, I usually take care of most of this stuff when I freeze it. But hey, you know, sometimes stuff get left behind because I don't try to do a perfect job. So we're going to get some of that junk on up off this chicken. Clean it up a bit. And if you don't know, we got that right back into that water. And what I mean by that, I mean that knife. Because why not go ahead and clean it off? Now, what I like to do with my chicken, I like to go ahead and hit it with a little salt, which bring by like a little brine. Kind of crisp up that skin, especially if you want crispy skin. You want to put that salt on that chicken, because if you don't put salt on that chicken, you ain't getting crispy skin. I don't care what you do. Let this chicken rest with that salt on it. That's gonna help that skin crisp up when we get ready to cook it. And while that's doing this thing, that salt's doing this thing, our black eyed peas are doing it, and our pot with our pigtail is doing this thing. And as soon as all that come together, oh yeah, we gonna have us a tasty dish, y'all. A real tasty dish. And of course, we gonna have to have us some rice with this. You know how I like my rice. No, I don't think I'll add the pepper yet. We're gonna wait on that pepper for a minute. We're gonna let that salt do its thing. Yeah, I know y'all know it's winter time, so I've been working on my little scooter. Plan on doing a lot of lives at the park this year. You know, while I'm fishing, hey, might catch a few catfish, might not catch nothing, might catch some perch or whatever. But whatever we catch, we gonna come home, we gonna cook them up, and we gonna do all that live, y'all. Plan for this year is to do a whole lot of live. At least cook a live 3 times a week, where everybody can come together, talk. I can get to know y'all a little better. Y'all get to know me a little better. But anyway, definitely trying to get low on them green beans. I mean on that cabbage. So we're gonna go ahead and add a little bit more water to that. And while we up here, of course we gotta take them black eyed peas. say, you gotta keep, make sure you keep this shit turned. Don't let it boil. That damn pigtail, that still ain't ready. Leave enough of that cabbage nowhere. We gonna go ahead and get some more water in there. Let that pigtail keep doing what it's doing. Black eyed peas still doing what they doing. Look at how that pigtail starting to break down. See, I just pulled that skin off that bone. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about right there. Go ahead and get that pigtail incorporated into them black eyed peas. Okay, let's go ahead and get this chicken ready for the grill. We also got a couple of pork steaks, y'all. So now we finna rain on it for real, y'all. We rained on that chicken earlier with just that salt. Now we finna rain on everything for real, for real. Let me check this pot. Is that pigtail starting to be broke down? I don't know. Oh, it's getting that. Oh yeah, it's about ready to be broke down. That spoon going straight through that skin, stabbing through that meat. So we about ready with that. So we gonna go ahead, add a little bit more water. Do one more boil down on that. And then we gonna add our cabbage. Now, of course, we can check that. So, of course, we got to check these black eyes, see how they coming along. Is that pigtail starting to get broke down with them beans? Well, not beans, but black eyes, yeah. So that's about what's left with that pigtail, yeah. See how that pigtail just broke all the way down, giving all this goodness, and it's bringing all that flavor to them black eyed peas, yeah. And we gonna get that lid right back on it. We ain't even gotta add no water. That's what's good about these lids. Got it at that low bubble. You ain't gotta pretty much worry about it no more. You just do what you gotta do. Let's see. Do I want to do this or do I want to do something else today? Forget it. Let's go ahead and do this. Because I'm really liking this seasoning. It's called mixed up salt. Now I know you can get it from Amazon. If you live in the upper Midwest, I know they got it in Chicago and Milwaukee. But I don't know about anywhere else. But it got a little garlic, a little basil, all that good stuff in it. And we're going to season these up real good. And we're going to get these out on the smoker, y'all. Because we're going to smoke these chops, smoke this chicken. And yeah, we're going to have something real tasty. So let's go ahead and give everything a flip. I got too much water on it. You don't want. See, that's one thing about when you season your stuff. If you season your stuff and there's a puddle of water up under it, you don't want to flip under that water. You really don't, because your seasoning ain't doing nothing. You ain't getting that seasoning on nothing. So what I'm actually going to do, since it's like that, we're going to go ahead and season this other side of this chicken. I'm going to flip this chop right on top of that one. That piece of chicken. But them ain't chopped them up. what they call it, pork steaks. And then I'll season the other side of that. Now I don't get it out on that smoke. So let's get this on out there. And since we getting that out there, we can go ahead and move that cabbage back in. Because we still got to cut him up.